In this video, I will reveal how you can get a boyfriend in 3 easy steps, and this video is made for women. I've shared how you can get a boyfriend many times on my blog as well as on this channel. So it's not the first time that I discuss it. Now, the first thing you need to do is to set a goal. I'm a massive fan of setting goals myself, and this is one of the things I always talk about in my coaching calls. The goals you should focus on are the what's, when's, and how's. If you're already thinking of a guy who you already have a crush on, you will appreciate the last thing that I will share at the end of the video, but don't skip just yet, because here's what I will cover in this video. What to do to get a boyfriend, how to get a boyfriend fast, with 3 simple steps that most women can follow. Why it's important to change his perception of you. The number 1 mistake most women do that spells disaster to their next relationship and destroys it before it even starts. You don't want to miss that one. I can assure you of it. When it is the right time to get a boyfriend. Now, if that's something that interests you, give this video a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and obliterate that notification bell, and I will notify you whenever I upload more helpful tips for women, and sometimes I also upload tips for men, because both genders need it, but women always realize that they need help more than men, because unfortunately we men think that we know everything and we're quite stubborn, and it's my honest opinion as a man myself. And if you don't believe me, you could ask my girlfriend about it, and she will definitely tell you that, yeah, that's the truth. Now, if you've not found a guy yet, you don't have to worry, since you will still get a lot of great value from this video. Whatever you do, and this is just a general piece of advice before I start to get into the details here, don't force yourself into doing things you don't want to do or that you think you're not ready for. Never compromise on these matters. Sometimes you do need to get out of your comfort zone a bit, but don't push forward if something doesn't feel right with a guy. If he respects you and has feelings for you, he should not keep pursuing things that do not feel right or go against your wishes. It goes with manipulation as well. If the guy tries to manipulate you into doing things that you don't feel are the right things for you, then he's not the right guy for you. And that's the truth. It might hurt you, but trust me, it will help you in the long run. Now, I have talked about the telltale signs of psychopaths or sociopaths on my blog in the past. And that article will help you notice some of the characters on how these men behave on dates, and I will upload it very soon here on YouTube. And when I do, it will pop up here. What to do to get a boyfriend? Well, first and foremost, you need to meet guys before getting a boyfriend. Great places to look for guys can be at school, at work, at the gym, or any other place where you can meet guys. Yes, even churches and cafes work. And you can, of course, meet him online. Before using the most powerful female technique to get him to be your boyfriend, make sure that he's available. You don't want to steal someone else's boyfriend, now would you? If he's available, start hanging out and do stuff together and make him laugh a little bit. You will build a critical connection if you want something more than a temporary relationship with him. Another important thing is that you need to be approachable. Show him that you're a positive human being. Wave and smile at him if he's across the room. Walk towards him and engage in a conversation. Simply treat him as a great guy, and he will know that you're a fantastic woman. Another thing that I've discussed a long time ago is to treat other humans lovely, especially when he's around you. It will unconsciously tell him that you're a nice person. If he tells a joke, laugh at it, even if it's a lame excuse for a fool. It will boost his ego and increase his emotions of well-being. If he associates you with well-being, he wants to spend more time with you, which is excellent if you want him to become your boyfriend. Yes, it's a bit manipulative, but it works like a charm. Trust me on this one. We love to hang around people who makes us laugh, don't you? Then you can use body language to attract him as well. Spend as much time with him as possible to see if the two of you are a match or not. Also, try to learn as much as possible about him, like his interests, hobbies, to find out what you have in common and what interests you don't share. It's also essential to give you some me time. The time that you spend on your own or with your friends. It's crucial because it's one of the best ways to stop him from pulling away from you. Here's some advice for you. When you're in the same room, flirt and tease with him a lot. It's something we men love when women do. Spending too much together will inevitably cause him to pull back from you. And I've discussed this in another article and also in this video. And that's why you need to give him some time off. And you need some time off as well. So spend some time apart from each other. Now, when you're dating or trying to get a guy to become your boyfriend, one of the most important things is always to be the best version of yourself. And I should also add that time you spend away from each other will actually help you create a bond, because he will miss you and you will miss him. And that will create a sense of belonging in both of you. And if you try to be with him all the time, he will just think of you as a needy and desperate woman, and you don't want that, right? Instead, you want to show him that you're a strong and independent woman, and you need to encourage his independence as well as he should encourage your independence. Support him and always encourage him to be the best version of himself. Don't be afraid to show him that you're quite okay with spending time on your own. You can make the first move if he doesn't. It's perfectly fine. And in fact, as a man myself, here's a little secret. We love it when women do that. Because then we don't have to take the initiative all the time. And trust me, it will help you get the guy, if that's something you want. Whatever you do, don't be possessive or stop him from hanging out with his friend, and don't be a control freak and ask him a million questions when you meet him. Just as you shouldn't flirt with him if he has another girlfriend, you shouldn't flirt with other guys if you're in a relationship. Now, to get a boyfriend fast, here are the 3 things you need to do. First, you need to use the right words to build an emotional connection with him. Secondly, you need to make him want to spend time with you and spend more time with you. And finally, you need to create a level of desire and intimacy that he has never felt in a relationship with another woman before, by understanding what makes him want to protect you and saying 12 very specific words. As you may or may not know, it's the key to getting a boyfriend fast and keeping him. After all, if you can't keep him, you are at the risk of losing him to another woman who he might secretly desire and would prefer to be with, even if he does love you. Now, I don't want that to happen to you, and I'm pretty sure you don't want it either. Now, do you? That's what I thought. He might be denying it to himself and think that she has more to offer him than you do. Now, he's repeating this lie to himself, since he's not sure whether you're the right woman for him or not, and you need to trigger his feelings of passion and direct them to you to keep him. When you should get a boyfriend isn't that tricky. If you never had one, you can start looking for him today, both in the real world and online, by following these 3 simple steps to get a boyfriend fast, which I shared with you a while ago. Otherwise, wait until you feel that you're ready for a new boyfriend. Far too many women rush into new relationships as soon as the last one has ended, instead of giving yourself some time to heal. You're jumping into the next relationship still carrying the emotional wounds of the previous relationship and taking these poisonous feelings into the new relationship, and that will only spell disaster for your new relationship. Trust me, it's a recipe for failure and will turn your new relationship into a toxic one. And I'm sure you want to avoid that, right? Another mistake that I've witnessed in my line of work as a dating coach is that far too many women tend to think there's a magic group where they will find Mr. Right. Maybe he's somewhere where you're already in, or perhaps you need to join some group where you can meet guys. Think about where you can meet guys you want to date, men who are right for you. Maybe you will share the same kind of interests, or perhaps he's a colleague whose company you are already enjoying and has started appearing in your daydreams. You might think of him right now. After all, having common interests or non-romantic topics to discuss are great icebreakers, and they also stop you from having an awkward silence when you're on a date. Maybe you have to look up to see your future boyfriend. Sometimes it's that simple. Now, if you've got some clarity, and I honestly hope that these tips have helped you, you might want to know how to trigger his romantic emotions and give him an incentive to stay with you, rather than chasing after other women. If you like this, give this video a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and obliterate that notification bell. And now I will discuss the 12 words. You don't want to make him feel like a 0. You want to make him feel like a hero. And every man has something that's referred to as the hero instinct. If you want to know what you need to do to activate his hero instinct and why it will help you keep a guy and get yourself a boyfriend, click the link in the description below and watch that video until the end. Now, I hope you've got some great value from this video, and I will tell you that watching the video below is free, but if you decide to purchase James' product, I will earn a commission from your purchase, but without any additional cost to you. I just want to be transparent here. And also, If you found this useful, you can click the share button sometime and share it with your friends and help me spread the word, because I want to help as many women as possible. And you might also leave me a comment below. But before I end this video, I want to thank you for watching until the end and remind you that if you want to know how to get a boyfriend in 3 easy steps, click the link in the description below and watch that video until the end. This is Ricard signing off. Thanks for watching and bye.